Night. Moonlight shines over a steam train moving across the desert. The locomotive releases thick smoke into the cold night air. Inside one of the rear wagons, two men wait. Arthur looks out the window. Micah checks his revolver. Arthur said, "They said this train never stops." Micah smirks. Micah said, "Tonight it will." Arthur said, "The gold wagon, the last one." Micah nods. Micah said, "The railroad company's payroll, half the town's wages." Arthur takes a deep breath. Arthur said, "All right, let's finish this." The door opens. A powerful wind rushes inside. Arthur and Micah step onto the narrow metal platform and move to the next wagon. Steam from the locomotive drifts through the night. Arthur said, "There should be 2 guards." Micah replies calmly. Micah said, "Not should be. There are." They open the door. Inside, 2 guards sit near the safe. The door bursts open. Guns are drawn instantly. Micah shouts. Micah said, "Drop your weapons." Arthur raises his revolver. Arthur said, "Slowly." The guards hesitate. Then they place their guns on the floor. Arthur nods. Arthur said, "Smart choice." A large steel safe stands in the center of the wagon. Arthur pulls a small explosive charge from his bag. Micah prepares the sacks. Arthur said, "Step back." A loud blast. The safe door breaks open. Inside are bags filled with gold. Micah grins. Micah said, "Now that's what I like to see." Arthur said, "Move fast." They quickly begin filling their bags. Suddenly, a whistle echoes from the front of the train. Arthur freezes. He looks out the window. In the distance, horses. Arthur speaks quietly. Arthur said, "Micah." Micah said, "What?" Arthur said, "Lawmen." 3 riders race alongside the train. Micah curses. Micah said, "Someone tip them off." The train begins to slow down. A voice shouts from outside. Sheriff said, "Drop your guns." Arthur and Micah exchange a look. Arthur said, "No way out." Micah thinks for a moment, then slowly raises his hands. Arthur does the same. The lawmen approach carefully. The sheriff gestures to his men. Sheriff said, "Take them." At that exact moment, Micah turns toward Arthur. Micah said, "Sorry, partner." Arthur frowns. Arthur said, "What?" Suddenly, Micah shoves Arthur forward. Arthur falls onto the ground in front of the lawmen. The deputies rush him instantly. Arthur shouts. Arthur said, "Micah." Micah grabs the bag of gold, then jumps from the opposite side of the train into the darkness. The sheriff yells. Sheriff said, "The other one's getting away!" But it's already too late. Micah runs across the desert and reaches a waiting horse. He climbs into the saddle. Behind him, Arthur's angry shouts echo in the distance. Micah tightens his grip on the gold. Micah mutters to himself. Micah said, "There's one rule in a train robbery." He spurs the horse forward. Micah said, "One man always gets caught." Micah disappears into the dark desert night.